Well, looks like we're not gonna see Wolverine anytime soon. Thank you, Fox. Now things are starting to get very interesting in the X-Men shared universe, or more specifically the future of the Fox X-Men films, as they are starting to take more risks as well as branch out through other genres. But most importantly, they are changing the status quo when it comes down to the X-Men universe, as Daphne Keene's X-23 will have a huge push within the feature films, which is evident considering that her solo movie is currently in development, which is all great news. But what really interests me about this character moving forward is where could she possibly go beyond her solo movie? Now initially everyone thought that X-23 might have some connections to the upcoming New Mutants movie, seeing as how there are a bunch of New Mutants laying waste after the events of Logan. However, it's later been revealed that X-23 will have no ties to the New Mutants movie and that the New Mutants will be its own standalone thing for the most part. And a lot of people have been speculating for a long time that perhaps X-23 will be joining the X-Force instead of Wolverine, which on paper it does make sense seeing as how X-23 was a prominent member in some incarnations of the team. But if you're going to connect Daphne Keene's X-23 with the X-Force, then there's quite a bit of problems to be had here. Now although both Deadpool and Logan take place in the exact same timeline, or at least as far as I'm aware anyway, both Deadpool and the upcoming X-Force movie does take place in modern day, while Logan and the X-23 spin-off film does take place in the distant future. And if X-23 did exist in the Deadpool timeline, then she would be nothing more but a fetus. And sure, one could argue that you could introduce Cable and have him time travel and ultimately recruit X-23. When you really think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Cable to recruit a child in a team full of mercenaries and assassins and killers. And when you think of all the characters who could make it into the X-Force team, such as Deadpool, Cable, Psylocke, maybe Phantom X if they have the balls to do him justice. If you decide to put Daphne Keene's X-23 side by side with the rest of the X-Force members, then she would feel so out of place. Because again, X-23 is a kid. And I know X-Force isn't going to come out for at least another 3 or 4 years, but no matter how old Daphne Keene's X-23 would be by the time they reach the X-Force, and by the time that happened she would probably be 15 tops anyway, then no matter what she would still feel out of place, and I can't imagine any of the X-Force members wanting to recruit her. And so if it was like a 20-year-old X-23 that they were going to recruit, then that could make more sense, and that would mean that they would have to recast X-23 for the X-Force film. And given Fox's track record when it comes down to recasts, and it pretty much happens in every X-Men film at this point. Now how you can introduce a more comic book accurate and older X-23 into the X-Force film, you can do it in 2 ways. Now again, the first option is to allow Cable to go back in time and recruit an older X-23 who's more mature, wise, and just more in control of their powers, which for the most part is a more plausible idea. Or you can go with an other round which is admittedly a bit more convoluted, but essentially don't make her X-23 per se, but just say that she was one of the previous experiments in a similar fashion to X-23, but then eventually escaped and went on the run. I guess you could still call her Laura Kinney as a codename or something, but I think it would be more simple into just making her a previous version of X-23 and just dub it X-22. Because at the end of the day, X-23 has a bunch of clones, so this could easily be explained. Or if you really want to use Daphne Keene so much, then just don't use her for X-Force. And just save her for a sequel. And I can fully understand that Fox want to further develop this character, and I feel like the best way to do it is give her her own solo movie first and further develop her before dragging her out of her element. And I am fully aware that X-23 is meant to kickstart a brand new saga for the X-Men films, but all I'm really saying is it's better to just dip your toes into the water as opposed to diving in head first. Because for all we know, having Daphne Keene's X-23 being translated into the core X-Men films might not be as successful as one would hope, but just tread lightly is all I'm saying. So are you excited for the future of X-23, and what films do you specifically want to see X-23 be featured in? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.